Well, good morning, John Neal here. It's Wednesday, the 24th of January 2024, and I've one mission today, and that is to go and find out more about the sewer line, particularly when it crosses the Weddington Road. Okay, let's go. I was just going to film this little sequence of me going across the A5, but I've had to stop because I'm just looking at the pipes they've put over here, big concrete pipes. They're probably not called that, but they've got a system. It's brilliant. There's number 1, and there beyond that is number 5. So I presume they've got more numbered. And who wouldn't? Quite a clever idea. Hope it's not too windy. It's been very windy overnight. We've got another storm coming through with a name, can't remember the name. And yeah, it's a bit blowy. So I hope the audio is all right. And yeah, I can come along here and talk to you because it's a little bit safer. They're getting on with the sewer line. So I'm hoping that I can have a chat with somebody. So I'm going to go down here. I can't fly the drone today. Well, not now. Might be able to later on if the wind calms down. But I want to go along to the place where the Weddington Road crosses over. There's a lot of activity there. And there might be somebody there who can tell me what's going on and answer one or two questions, which I'd like to know the answers to. And maybe you'd like to know the answers to as well. Of course you would. Like, for instance, what's that little white fence doing all the way around the works down here? I've got half an idea, but I'm not completely sure. I've stopped and had a chat with one of the fellas on the gate, and he very kindly gave me the site manager's number. But it's very noisy here, what the wind and the traffic, so I'm struggling a bit. So I'm going to go somewhere quieter and tell you what I found out. Well, back on the Weddington walkway. I think this will do us. There's a little seat. I'll sit down here. Yeah. Well, a very nice gentleman on the gate just informed me of there's a red tape that there is, although he did give me the number of the site manager, and he said I must refer to 7 Trent. But funny enough, I did ask the other guy 1 or 2 questions, and for instance, how long is the project going to take? And he reckons the end of next year, so that's 2025. They're going to tunnel under the road, the Weddington Road, and under the walkway here, and the big tunnel function project will be under the A5 Higham Lane junction, which goes under the roundabout. Whether they close the road when they do it, he says, not sure. And I'm still puzzling as to why there is a white fence around the workings over here. I've got a feeling it's something to do with wildlife and newts. Somebody can tell me otherwise. It's a mystery. The little white fence, it's only about this high, so I'm not quite sure what that is. It's in connection with all the thousands of houses being built here, although I've heard conflicting stories about that it's not properly connected up with those. Still, I have to see if that is the case or not, but there are thousands of houses being built and are going to be built, so the sewer system's got to match up to it. And at the moment, it's going from Hinckley over to Hartshill, where the main waterworks is. So we'll have to see what comes from that and see if that is true or not. And apart from that, there's not much else I can do until I get the drone up. And it is just too windy today. I've forgotten the name of all the storms that come through, but we're having named storms. If you have a storm with a name, apparently it's bad. And we've had 2 this week. And it is very blowy still today. Worse up north, I think. So there we go. Okay. Not a lot I can do now. Just wait until the wind drops and get the drone up and see what we can see is going on at the moment. So the next day, let's take a look at these works under the shadow of Mount Judd as we head towards Weddington Road. And you can see this is one of the main depots for the works, where it is situated by the Weddington Road, and they'll have to tunnel underneath there, I presume, to head off, as we can see, off into the distance towards Hartshill and the waterworks there. Swinging back this way, you can see back towards the Weddington Walk, and considerable work they're doing here too. This is where they're going to have to tunnel under the Weddington Walk. I'm wondering how they're going to do it, but it looks as if they've dug a big rectangular hole on this side and they'll tunnel under. Just have to see if they've got the same on the other side. I presume they have. Yes, and here it is. So it's fascinating to know how they managed to do this engineering. Very clever. Well, it's the next day, it's Thursday, and yeah, it's good. Today the wind's dropped, the rain has stopped. It's murky though. This is the sort of day which I would call murky. I've managed to fly over the works near the Weddington Road, or is it Weddington Lane? Becomes one then the other. By the by, yeah, there's a lot going on, and they're going to tunnel underneath this walkway here and underneath the road, and you can see how they're sort of starting to manage that. I didn't get too far asking somebody yesterday, either on site down here or on the phone. So somebody might ask, well, why not just go straight to the Severn Trent website? Good idea. So I did. And if I'd got a flood or a sewer problem or a water break or something like that, then it would have been help. I hadn't. Then I found a page which said the works that they were doing by county. So I thought, great, let's have a look. Warwickshire, Leicestershire, let's see what's going on. And it was all the sort of roadworks. You know, they're digging up the hole here, there, everywhere, and putting up traffic lights and so on. All to do with that. Nothing to say, nothing I could find anyway, to do with this major sewage works that they're doing here. So I phoned them up. Very nice, got through eventually. As always with these organisations, got through to them, and having pressed a few buttons as to the right connection, she said, oh, hang on, I was just going to ask somebody because I wanted to know what was going on with this project. I've got a few questions that people would like to ask. And so I waited, and then it said, oh, go to WhatsApp and continue the conversation there. I thought, good, okay. I went to WhatsApp and typed out 5 questions along the lines of, how long is it going to take? How are you getting under the roads? Is it going to serve all the thousands of houses that are here? Is that the purpose of this new sewer line, which I've heard conflicting comments about. And so I typed all this out. I even put on the very end, and I'm just curious about that white fence around the workings down in the field there. And I heard nothing. And then all of a sudden, a little message came through. It says, give us your email and we'll get somebody to answer you as and when they can. So I've gone from calling in on people, going to the website, ringing them up, going on WhatsApp, and now I'm waiting for an email. You'd think, I don't know, maybe people aren't curious about what's going on. It's nice to know what they're spending the money on. I say the money, it's our money. You know, it's our system. I know people say, you know, you can't say. We can. It'd be nice to know just exactly what's going on. It's all for the good, I'm sure. But I'm just interested to know what's going on. So as and when I find out by some mysterious email now, answers to some of those questions, I'll let you know. Okay, right, you'll see me in the next one. Okay, thanks, bye-bye. Oh, by the way, if you've got any comments or questions you want to ask, then pop them in the comments below.